Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Fairly Decent Podcast. I am your host, Jason, and today we got a good one for you. As many of you may or may not know, my favorite television show of all time is probably your favorite television of all time, which is probably somebody else's favorite television of all time. And we're talking about The Office. And today we are going to make a tier list on Office characters because there is a long-standing debate on who's the best character, who's the worst character. So today we're going to break this down because I am very curious to see as to who has who on the list. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take 10 characters and we're going to go from 10th best and down all the way to the best at number 1. And I'm going to make a case for each one. Now, I know this is going to stir up some conversation, and I know that I'm going to get people messaging me or leaving comments saying, Jason, you're wrong. You're an idiot. What are you talking about? This person's the best. That person is the best. Well, guess what? Cool for you. But I'm going to give you my 10 best, and I would do more, but, there's so many characters in The Office that I could seriously break down, but we would be here for like 3 hours, and I don't think anybody has time for that. Just a quick pop in, and we're going to do an Office ranking list. But first, as we always do on episodes like this, we're going to get to some new music. Over the past 2 weeks or so, I've had the opportunity to work alongside CJ the Prophet and one of our buddies, Greg, and what CJ wants to do is to start shooting daily vlogs or weekly vlogs and, also shooting his own music videos. So last week we ended up linking up on Saturday and shooting a video for the song Advil by CJ the Prophet and Greg. And he goes by Sad Boy, I believe, when you see it on the track listing. But yeah, go over to YouTube. Give the video a listen. Again, that's CJ the Prophet, and the song is called Advil. Brand new video just out. Really good video. CJ shot it all in-house. Did it all by himself. So go and support independent music, and especially people who are, working really hard and succeeding at a high level at what they do. It's always awesome to see your friends shining and really just making a change, not just putting out music, but actually making a change, in the community and through shows and stuff like that. So yeah, go check out CJ the Prophet. Song is called Advil. I'll be sure to leave the link to the video in the description. All right, so let's get back to this list. I'm not going to spend like hours talking about each character. I mean, obviously we would be here for days. So we're going to give a short but solid explanation to why each character belongs where they do. All right, so number 10, we're coming in hot. Number 10, I have Creed Bratton, and let me tell you why. Creed exists in every single office or job setting you've ever worked in. I don't care where you have worked, there has been a Creed at your work. There is always one person who is just making everybody feel confused and a little bit uncomfortable. He can go episodes without appearing or saying a line. But when he comes back, he's always got a little nugget of wisdom. It may be absolute nonsense, but to him, it means something. And the man is a wanted fugitive the entire time, and absolutely nobody knows it. They might think it. He does give off the vibe, but nobody knows it. And then you come full circle at the end, and you have Creed in this department that, 1, nobody knows what it is, and 2, has no job title. They say quality assurance, but I'm pretty sure that's not real. And then we come full circle all at the end, and the man gives us one of the most beautiful songs you have ever heard in your entire life. The man is an excellent musician. He's kind, he's lighthearted, he's a little weird, but he is Creed Bratton. At number 9 on my list, I have Daryl Philbin. Now, Daryl is an interesting character. As we know, Daryl starts in the warehouse, but he quickly makes his way up to the upstairs inside the office towards the end of the show. What I like most about Daryl is he always keeps it real. Always keeps it real. Which is not typical of your office character. We look at Daryl, he's multi-talented, he's a great performer, he's a great boss, he's kind, he's sweet, but don't get him fooled. Daryl will fuck you up if he has to. Daryl is also one of those characters that is there for everybody else when they need them. Now, he's not going to go out of his way to do some bullshit, but if you're within the circle, Daryl Philbin is going to hold you down in need. Obviously, leaving his paper job for Athlete, I believe it is, at the end. But Daryl Philbin is the man, and that's why he belongs on this list. All right, and at number 8, I have Aaron Hannon. And Aaron is just one of those characters that when you watch The Office, there's just something ain't there. Obviously, she's funny. Obviously, she's a little dorky, but there's just something not there. But I'll tell you why I put her at number 8 and not number 10. And it's one thing and it's one thing only. And it's positivity. Erin continuously on The Office remains positive in some of the most fucked up situations they could possibly get in. Even though it's mainly naive and kind of stupid, Erin always remains positive. And I'm going to reward that on this show. There's too much negativity in the world. And over here at Fairly Decent, we're going to reward positivity. So Aaron Hannon is going at number 8. All right, we're going to work our way down to number 7. And on this spot, I have Stanley Hudson. I said it, Stanley Hudson. Now, I hate that I had to put Stanley here because Stanley is actually one of my favorite characters. He says what a lot of us are thinking in our heads, but just don't have the balls to say it. He is the character at your job that, if you get to know and you get cool with, it's somebody that you want to keep in your corner for the laughability. Stanley has easily given us some of the best Office quotes. I'm not going to go through them all, but I am going to leave a moment of silence so you can say your favorite one right here. I chose, life is short, drive fast, leave a sexy corpse. That's one of my mottos. Alrighty, at number 6, I have Michael Scott. And I know a lot of you either are going to have him on the back end of your list or on the front end of your list. And I put him exactly in the middle, and here's why. Michael Scott is undeniably funny, undeniably an asshole, and almost everything that you would want in a boss. And I always hate when the question goes, wouldn't you want to work there? And like 95% of the people are like, oh my God, I would hate to work there. You're lying. And if you truly believe that, then I think you need to go look in a mirror and do some self-evaluating. Does it pay a lot of money? No. Is it going to make you rich beyond your wildest dreams? No. Is it going to make you super famous? No. But that job, come on guys, it's a very, very slack job with almost a story every single day you go into work. You're telling me you wouldn't want to work there? Would it be your first choice? No. But if you worked there, you would absolutely hate it? Definitely not. And I give all credit to Michael Scott for that. All right, and at number 5, now this one might shake the room up. I know, I get it. But guess what? Don't care. Number 5, I have Pam Beesly, and I will absolutely love to explain to you why. Pam Beesly is the most toxic person on the entire planet. She led Jim on for years and years and years. And what? She just comes out at the end smelling like roses? No, woman. We saw what you did. We saw what you did to Jim for that entire time that you did it. And then she gets engaged, and what does she do? She cheats on her fiance. Are we just gonna bypass the fact that she just cheated on her fiance? Sure, it was with Jim, but so? That woman is toxic and she is a menace to men. I only put her this far down the list because she does have her moments. You know, she does get her moments, and every single time I see it on the screen after watching it for the 3 millionth time, it still makes me cringe every single time. Because we don't forget, Pam. We don't forget. All right, at number 4, we're going to put her wise-ass little husband, Jim Halpert. Now, most people are going to have him at number 1. Woo, big shocker. But that's not how you truly feel. Y'all are just sheep following everybody else. It's not how you truly feel. He is not and will never be the best Office character. Let's be real, guys. He just isn't. Now, I'm going to make a case for both sides. So we look at Jim. He's a nice, smart, young man. A lot of potential for his future. But he spends it at this paper company. And you know, that's kind of our superhero, if you will. How many of us think we're better than the jobs that we work at? Probably a lot of us. So he is our poster child for there's always success right around the corner. He exemplifies each and every one of us. You go to work, even if you hate it, you make the best of it, and you do a good job at what you do. Now I'm going to make a case for the other side. Who the hell does Jim think he is? I mean, what fucking Ivy League school did he go to that makes him so much smarter than everybody else, so much cooler than everybody else? You work at the same damn place I do, Jim. You ain't no better than me. And that's the vibe that I get from Jim. I think he thinks he's better than everybody else. Well, guess what, Jim? You're not. Love you to death, man, but I hate you at the same time. But you're cool, but man, I can't stand you. All right, and at number 3, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, who hasn't he said yet? Surely he's already said my favorites. Well, number 3, I have Kevin Malone. That's right, Big Kev. Now, here's the thing about Kevin. There's just something about him, like, don't you just want to be his best friend? Like, yeah, he's an idiot, and, you know, he's kind of creepy sometimes, but, you know, Kevin is one of those people that lives in their own world, and I tend to gravitate towards people who live in their own world. He's also almost never right, and that's okay, because we love Kevin. It's okay that he's really just not there in the head. But guess what? He was on the winning trivia team, and the man makes a banging pot of chili. He shows up, he works hard, he's lovable, he's funny, we all love him. That's Kevin Malone. At number 2, we have the one, the only, the undeniable Dwight K. Schrute. Now, this one for me is a no-brainer. I mean, come on. The guy is the most hardworking, the most successful, the greatest American beet farmer you will ever see in your entire life. It doesn't matter that he's the only one, he's the best one. He's faithful to his relationships, he's faithful to his family, he's faithful to his family's traditions. The man got married in his own grave, and that man would die for Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. If you ever have a chance to meet your own Dwight, you hold on to that person and you hold on to him tight. Because when shit hits the fan, he's the one you're going to run to. He's loyal. He's respectful. He's disrespectful when he needs to be. The man gets shit done. Number 2, Dwight Schrute. Dwight's rights. Yes. And we have finally come to number 1. And hopefully by now, you all know who I have not said. And he is the man with the plan. He can sing and he can dance. Number 1 is Andy Bernard. Let me tell you why Andy Bernard deserves this award more than anybody I've previously said. Andy Bernard gives you everything that you need. The man is loyal and he's fake when he needs to be. The man is truthful and a total liar when he needs to be. The man is respectful, but can also be the most disrespectful in a room, given the chance. The man knows how to lighten up a room and bring a room alive every single time he steps in it. When all else fails, he dances and sings his way through any bad situation in his life. And if there has ever been a man more suited to be my spirit animal, I don't want to meet that person. I've already found him in Andy Bernard. Now, most of you will say, Jason, he's such an idiot. How could you possibly put him there? Well, let me tell you how. The man is a genius. He went to Cornell. He celebrates the fine nautical life at sea. When he's not at sea, he can find a perfect sea. He's everything I'm not and everything I am. The one and only Andy Bernard. And just as we started the list at number 10, Creed Bratton giving us one of the most beautiful songs, as we make our way to number 1, you have to remember, you have to love it, one of the most beautiful songs you have ever heard by the man, Andy Bernard. Alright, so that's how we're going to end today's episode. Please go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please send me your list through DMs. Leave a comment. Send me a message. Stop me on the street. Tell me I'm wrong. Whatever you have to do to get your point across. Also, don't forget, Habituations is coming out very, very soon. Stay tuned for that. And as always, thank you guys for coming around again. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and peace!